was working as a psychoanalyst, a psychoanalytic body worker, which was a new field that I created. And I'm working on a client, and suddenly she says, Hattie, I'm a casting director, and Dolce Gabbana wants a sexy older woman in a bathing suit. Go. I have a bathing suit, I'm sexy, and I'm an older woman. So I went down, wasn't nervous because it just seemed to me like, okay, I'm an extra, and I go. So I arrived there, we have a van, and we go to an actual beach. It wasn't photoshopped. And we get there, and the photographer, who apparently a very famous photographer, Stephen Klein, and we're sitting in the trailer, and he's looking at the shots of the extras to see how he was going to use us. He stops, and he said, who is she? And I said, she's sitting behind you. And he looks around, and he has wheels going in his head, which I don't know about. So we get on the set, and there's a very famous model working, and I mean, they blot and breeze and style her every square inch of her being in modeling. And I'm a psychoanalyst, I'm not a model. However, he gets the idea that he's going to sit me in front, closer up than Claudia, who's an incredible, beautiful woman. And he says to this young, buffed guy, sit next to Hattie, hold her hand, and look at her adoringly. And he does. Well, I don't think much about it. And a few months later, friends started calling me, Hattie, did you see Vogue magazine? I said, no, I didn't. They said, you just jump off the page. And from that point on, they tagged me with the word cougar. And I became cougar. So TLC, they decided that they would do a program with me on older women, younger men, and they wanted to use the word cougar. So I wasn't going to try to blast standards of what makes people, I'm sorry, somebody just passed by there, so that distracted me. Yeah. So I wasn't.
Now we got to start all over.
No, we do not. Come on, you never heard of editing? It's just wonderful to know when you fucked up. Anyhow, so suddenly the word cougar was a hot word. And I was the hot woman that was going to claim that word. They gave it to me. And then they started publicizing me as a cougar. And they did documentaries, hour-long documentaries of me. And one of them had my son in it. And he was fine to talk about, well, you know, my kid, she's with men younger than my friends, but, you know, it's okay, she's my mother. Then it turned out that the name of the program was Strange Sex, Cougars and Cubs, and he and his...
That's hilarious. You're historical. She's historical, isn't she?
So, then he gets calls from all his friends and his clients, that's your mother? I mean, like, he had to change his perception because it doesn't matter. He knew me. They know. My children know. I never cheated. I never had an affair. I never did anything basically out of the ordinary. Frequency, okay, and youth, okay, but never like anything anybody would be ashamed of. I'm proud of it, actually. No,
I mean, she would be ashamed.
No.
Anybody's a pretty general term.
What does shame mean? I never heard that word. No.
I didn't shame anybody. I said anything you'd be ashamed of.
Oh, I don't even know the word. Like when people say, Hattie, you're out of the box, I say, what box?